Stress is a major cause of stool withholding. And where do you see it? You see it now that school has started. These first 2 weeks, it's very interesting how we as parents either deny that school is stressful or we don't want to get into it.
I think
Every
we forgot.
patient, huh?
I think we forgot.
Or you
School
forget.
We're happy to be out of there and.
Yeah, I mean, we all do that. But I would say that 90% of the patients that I've seen in the last 2 weeks, for whatever reason, they are so stressed by the transition back to school. Doesn't matter whether they're 3 or they're 18. At each age, that kid has different problems. The 18-year-old is worrying about getting into college and taking SATs or ACTs in October. And the 3-year-old is saying, where's my mother? So that kids start to pee in their pants, they poop in their pants. And what we have to do in that situation is realize the role of stress in all of this. It's like you get headaches. Well, kids, especially the little ones, get back into that regressive behavior. The most common reason for stool withholding is that the kid is 1.5 to 2, and we bring home another baby. And we keep saying to that 2-year-old, you're a big boy. And some of them are really, it's fun to watch. They'll look up and say, no. I want to be a baby. I don't want to be a big boy. Well, think about it. You bring home a baby and maybe you're breastfeeding. And the 2-year-old has to make an appointment to see you. The dog spends more time with you than the 2-year-old. You know, the 2-year-old comes in, is acting. Now, what do you say? Go outside, I'm feeding the baby. I'll see you later. Well, there is no later for 2 years. You have no time. There's only the now. So we have to be aware of these things. So I think that's important. I think moves. You know, it's interesting. You know, when we're younger or whatever, and maybe, you know, we don't have enough money, we tend to live in small quarters and all of that. What happens, though, with success, however you define that, is we decide we're going to move. We want a bigger house. And I'm not talking about one's taste in houses. But there is a reality. When you move from a tiny, intimate house, apartment, where your child can smell the cooking, hear what's going on, be part of everything, and you move into a big house, and now your kid needs a walkie-talkie to find you, it is stressful. It is lonely, the intimacy is gone, and I don't think that in the end, probably that's very healthy for most kids. I think that's very stressful for kids. Maybe not, but it seems logical. Okay, illnesses in the family. Maybe mom had to go to the hospital for 2 or 3 days. Maybe it was no big deal. But for that 3-year-old, didn't know where you were. Where's mom? Is she coming back? Daddy travels for business. Is he coming back? Certainly separations, divorces. And you can go on and on and on. And all of this makes sense. Deaths in a family. The other thing that is, we have to recognize that when we're stressed, and we certainly are stressed these days, that our stress is transmitted to our children by our voice, our body posture, what we have to say. We're not the same. It's not like being on vacation. So the kids get stressed. What about if your job is in jeopardy or you lost your job or whatever? So there are so many issues today. Never mind reading the newspaper and listening to the news. You know, so I think we have to take that into account. I think kids stool withhold much more and soil much more when there's a lot of stress in the house.